All right. Okay, cool. Microphone is working. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to today's live stream. First, I do apologize because the let's see if I can make this work. Oops, wrong thing. Oops, wrong. There we go. Oh. So I've got my little screen thing here. There we go. We can lift it up a little bit. Basically, some part of the game is going to be cut off. So I'm excited to be here, excited for a new game. I do want to thank Rev very much for getting this for me because it's very exciting because yay game. And look, Rev has been here for 6.5 years. 6.5 years. I've been here 6.5 years. Both of those things are ridiculous. And Sir Lagsalot is here. Hello, Sir Lagsalot. So we're here with V Rising. We're in the middle of a game that I currently have right now that I've been working on for the last week or so after Rev got it for me. For anybody who's familiar with Valheim and like Minecraft, things like that, it's kind of the same shtick, right? You go through, you find new resources, better stuff, better equipment, and you gradually build up to attack and kill bigger and badder things. But the twist is that you're a vampire, and so you've got to deal with like the sun and stuff like that, and everything is also running in real time. So in this particular instance, when I loaded up my game, it was sunlight. The sun was out, and so I had to deal with the sun while at the same time trying to actively start up my stream, which was very fun. And there's stuff like, you can't pause it because it's an always online game meant to be hosted, all of that sort of thing. It's meant to be very collaborative, all that sort of stuff. So it's really cool. It's a fun game. But first and foremost, I hope that everybody had a good New Year's and whatever else for the holidays that was going on. To bring you up to speed here, my guy here, Lucius, I know it's like the most stereotypical thing you can think of. I'm in like right in the middle-ish. I'm in Act 2, just recently started it at gear level 46, so relatively high up, and I am currently hunting one of the bigger bad type people. For those of you who have played Valheim, you know there's only like half a dozen really big bosses. In this game, there's a whole bunch of them. They're called V-Bloods, and basically what happens is when you suck their blood, then you get a particular skill out of it. You've got weapons, you've got spells, you've got all sorts of different stuff. After this, we'll go back to my castle. Hopefully, I'll be able to beat this person, and you'll be able to see a little bit more of exactly what's going on. But first and foremost, we gotta get some of this stuff taken care of, or at least try to. So for anybody who plays, I currently have iron weapons and I am only a 20% warrior. It's pretty much. So when it comes to the actual vampire-ness in this game, you are able to suck blood of people, warriors, anybody that you run into, essentially. And their blood will be of varying quality, literally. And depending on how good of quality you end up getting, will determine how good you're able to, or basically the bonuses that they give you. Not in favor. So let me see if I can get it quick. So one of the cool things about this game is that you're able to get different forms that allow you to do different things. For example, the rat form is very sneaky. It allows you to be sneaky. You also have things like the bear, which allows you to destroy stuff relatively. Alucard is the most stereo. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. This is Dracula backwards. So one thing I'd like to do is try and heal. There's a lot of really nasty fellas here, though. So I'm not sure what the best thing to do. Generally speaking, the bad guys will ignore you if they either don't see you or if you're able to run fast enough past them, then it's fine. Alright, so in my case, I'm trying to go after this particular priestess. And the problem is that she's basically got a bunch of bodyguards. Her bodyguards are able to summon bad guys, and so they just keep coming in. Not fun. So I saw the post that you put, Rev, the most recent one, with your crochet scarf. It looks freaking amazing. Like, it's awesome. I am quite envious of you, I must say, because I think it's very impressive, personally. So see this guy right here, this bishop? That is douchebag numero uno. That we really need to try to get. It's the equivalent of a magic. Now what we can do is we can cheese this just a touch. Because on using specific abilities, see, there you go. Somehow it's a horde. Oh great, now my gears. Oh, that's not ideal. And for anyone wondering, yes, the bad guys do respawn. I believe they respawn every night. I've not been able to fully confirm that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is. So my problem right now is that I'm actively trying not to, get dead. And it becomes very difficult to not get dead. Especially at this point. So, to give you all some context, these are all of the bad guys that you can hunt effectively. And this is the person I'm hunting. She's a little bit better than me. Unfortunately, with some of my stuff busted, I can't... Oh, that's bad. That loses me a good bit. Yeah. Gear degradation. It's obviously the best thing that we've ever seen in any game ever. One loves gear degradation. Those here. Now, I will say some of the fun things that you can run into are like being able to take some of those like mini boss-ish characters, and they'll actually fight one another. Because one thing that you'll run into is that you've got living people and you've got dead people. Living people don't like dead people, especially if they are especially if they run into each other and they're both fighting types of some sort. Oh, bugger. I would not like to deal with two of these guys. I much prefer dealing with none of these guys, but that's... And see, this is the problem, is that they've got all of these abilities that allow them to do all sorts of ridiculous stuff. And it's just insane. Can. What's not. Also, I do apologize if there's stuff going on in the chat that I'm currently not paying attention. Ow! The biggest issue fighting the undead, like the skeletons and stuff, is they have no blood to draw. Fudge pickles! The sun is rising. Now we have another enemy to deal with. And you know what really sucks? Like, really sucks? Is that other undead don't have to freaking worry about the sun for some reason. Why is that? Who can explain that to me? Why is it that me, as a vampire, have to deal with this crap, but no one else does? It is not explained. The problem right now is that it's actually rather important for me to get through all this whole crap. Ow! So, like I mentioned before, if anyone's played Valheim, you'll definitely see and feel the Valheim vibes with this, without a doubt, in a good way. I mean, I love Valheim. I've played all the way up through the Ashlands and done literally everything that you can. It's awesome. And in my opinion, I think that this game did a good job of taking what's good from Valheim and maintaining it, while at the same time removing some of the bad stuff and getting rid of it, which is really nice. Alright. Seriously, how many undead guardians do you need? Okay, here she is. Shadow Priestess. Let's see how bad they do. I'm guessing we do relatively poor. So another issue that we tend to run into, especially with these larger characters, is, well, several fold, but what I'm referring to right now, at least, is they not only summon bad guys, summon minions of various sorts, like that little shadow thing that was attacking. They also have ridiculous attacks that will kill you as soon as they look at you. Ow.
Do you hear? They're coming.
some of them even have the ability to heal, which is extremely annoying. Oh, come on. I need to switch back to my old build. That's what I need to do. So you've got several options when it comes to builds. Oh, wait, we need the death count. Hang on. Do we have it? Yes. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it actually worked. Hopefully it did.
Our veins run dry. We must replenish them.
Alright, so in these, you'll notice that we've got a couple of different things that we can deal with here. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap out some of these for blood magic. So blood magic will allow us to heal at least a little bit, which is good and very helpful. The gear is still damaged. I want to deal with that. Don't really. Okay. Don't mind the castle. We'll get to it later. I promise. We'll get to all of it later. Right now, we just gotta focus on the other stuff. So what do we need? Brave and Morning. Here. Go.
Perfect.
All this back. I am personally not a fan of wandering around with all of my various stuff around. Not to mention, you know, my corpse is kind of sitting around. Oh, also, excuse me, sir. You don't have a glass bottle. Oh, wait. Got one. Thank you. Again, more info on that later. No worries. I hope that means that we didn't see a respawn of everything. That would suck. But we're about to find out. So anyway, the game is cool. I like it. One of the biggest differences between this and Valheim, you don't get experience in a traditional way. Instead, everything is based off of your gear. How good is your gear? What's the gear level, quote unquote, is as it's referred to. The other big thing is that if you die, yes, your corpse with all the stuff that you had is left behind, but you do still come back with all of your weapons, which is awesome. You have your weapons and you have your armor, and so you don't have to worry about having like 8 sets of weapons and armor just so that you can try and go and claw back whatever it is that you lost from whoever. It makes it a lot better, in my opinion. I'm just saying. Now, the one thing I don't know is how to get these guys to last long. Alright, so this is the first time I've used this particular thing that I've got equipped. Or one of the things that I've got equipped. Let's see how it goes. I've only got one healing thing left. So let's roll.
The brighter, the darker the shadow.
And again, I do apologize for not talking at the moment. I'm just trying to not lie too much right now. Which for me is essentially impossible, as you all know. God, son of a mother piece of shit! Oh! See, that's what I'm talking about. Don't worry, we got this. And so, see, this is what's frustrating. I feel like I'm doing well in terms of, you know, moving and jumping and strategery and all those good whatnot words. But it doesn't matter. Because when something hits you for 50 and it moves way faster than you, it doesn't freaking matter. It really doesn't. I'm sorry. Now, one thing that we can try here, depending... no, that's not cool. So one thing that you can see as we pass by here, when I hover over one of these bad guys, then you'll see it says, like, see that guy, Warrior 33%, Rogue 34, Warrior 26. Oh, they must have spotted a undead chasing after it. So those indicate the quality of the blood. As you get higher quality, you get better stuff. It improves your bonuses. I've only got a 20%, which is not good. It's better than having nothing, but it's not much better than having nothing. And yes, Rev, we all know that I need to get good. This is a well-known, well-established fact. Ah, shoot, all these guys are back. Hopefully they won't chase me this far, because that would suck.
Your shadows will be mine.
Now, one thing that I debate about, especially in things like this, is if I should stick with what I normally do in terms of I don't know what perk strike is.
Do you hear?
I feel like it's good.
They're coming.
See, like these little things, I can't do anything against them. It seems. One of the things that I do tend to forget about skills and abilities that I've got, and that makes it very difficult for me to succeed. Ah! Boosh! Done.
All will be consumed. Even
Did the gift work? I'm gonna try it again. It does work! Yay! I haven't used it in
New
so
knowledge
long.
acquired.
I haven't had a win. Alright, so now that we've beaten her, you see we've unlocked all of this stuff. So now we can make these various things, which is awesome! We also unlock a new spell. Bone Explosion. I'm not a fan of the ward. We'll go with the bone explosion. See, I kind of like the idea of summoning a Death Knight. Let me see. He seems like a cool dude, right? He seems like he can. What? He lasted for like He lasts for 6 seconds? What kind of a stupid cast is that? It's a bunch of holes. Alright, well let's steal all the stuff that they got here. Because all the good stuff is in the treasure chests. Yeah, okay. My new dude is worthless. I'm swapping that back out. Because that was terrible. It's like, do you even care? The answer is no. He lasts for 6 seconds. He must drive a lifted truck. Ah! Oh, Rev, you're hilarious. Alright, let's head back to my house. So, one of the issues in this game, similarly to Valheim, I know I keep making the comparison, but believe me, it's a valid and sensible comparison to make, is that you, you can only teleport specific items. You can't teleport with everything. It is a great way to fast travel. It does have a fast travel system that is pretty solid overall. But, dang, this became like a whole thing here. But the problem is that in order to fast travel, you need to be bereft of certain items. And one of the things about that, though, is you can always make changes in the settings that adjust, well, pretty much everything. You know, how much is required for you to build a particular thing. You can make all of your building stuff free. You can improve the amount of loot that you get from like bad guys and all number of things. And so what we'll do is we'll just head out here and we'll go to my castle. Now, I will remind you briefly that this is... I'm fairly advanced in this game. I've got a good amount of stuff available to me that you don't ordinarily see. And one of the main issues that I'm going to be running into soon is, well, what we just saw. Is, you know, I've got to beat the big guys. And I need to increase my gear level, but I frankly don't know how at this point. Because there are certain things that I need in order to increase my gear level that I can't access. Because the guys are just too, like, way too powerful. I can't do it. It's not possible. That said, we are home sweet home. Let me go ahead and gather all my stuff here. Because I'm a farmer. Alright, so this is my house. The way that base building works in this game is you gradually unlock new things that do all sorts of different stuff, including being able to get dedicated servants that will follow your whims. You can command them to do different stuff. You have various things that will modify modify various items and objects that you find so that you can make new things and, pretty standard stuff. Like I said, you make things, you do things with it, you reassemble, rebuild, do all of that sort of thing. Pretty basic in terms of the building and assembly. Okay, we got quite a bit of iron now. I think I left some. And so my goal for this game has always been to keep these things at least as full as possible. One thing that they do have also is a relatively unique aspect in terms of it's semi-real time. So you have stuff that's actively degrading, but at the same time it's degrading as long as you have as long as you're logged in, or as long as somebody is logged in. Scourge Stone. I'm going to keep that for now because I think that'll be important. As far as castle building, you can have different rooms. The rooms can be specialized. If you have a specialized room that does something very specific, then you'll get bonuses for it, which is nice. So like you see here, this is in a confined castle room, even though it's the entirety of the second floor. You get an increased rate. But if you have a floor that is specific for it, then you also get a decrease in the requirements for what you need in order to make certain things, which is pretty cool. So what did we need? We needed coarse thread and oops, I'm sitting here blowing up all my stuff. We need coarse thread and leather. I don't think I have much coarse thread. I don't. Got plenty of leather. That means that we need to make coarse thread. Good. Pollen and weeds. So see, this is what I mean. There's always going to be your little recipes to build out your various whatever things. Let me see if I can get pollen from these guys. I don't believe I can, but we're going to try. If that doesn't work, we'll use the fire blossoms. Also, that's my devourer. Looks like a mimic, but is not. Okay, so pollen, any flower. Yeah, it does have. Burn up all of my fire blocks. Now keep in mind, this is just to repair some gear that I've got. And so you see, this is all the different stuff that we can build, assemble, do whatever it is that we need to. This is our newest thing that we found, which is the artisan table. And hey, look, it needs a scourge stone, which we have. And we can craft magical objects in a jeweler's chamber. But hey, we can do it. Blood, ingot. So got those. But incidentally, I hope that everybody has had a good time, a fun time, a safe holiday weekend, and whatnot. Because I know it's been fairly brutal for a lot of folks. And I am anxious to see what this thread. I apologize. Fortunately, we only have the one loom. So we just gotta wait for that. Can't remember. How many do we need? 7. we're waiting on. In the meantime, let's build this over here. I'm getting ready to build out my 3rd floor here. That's what those stairs are over there. See what this does. Okay, so this allows us to do all sorts of different. So scourge stone is produced at a furnace. No idea what it's for. The thing is that this, I'm guessing, is for this equipment slot, which I have not had any of. Maybe. Either that or it's just a fancier version of a ring. Like, I don't know if the head thing actually gives you anything. I have not found anything related to
Fully repaired.
anything related to like a helmet or something thereof. So I'm not certain what or if I can do. So let's see a couple of quick things here. Blood roses. I need to remake my potions here. Dust color. Okay.
I require more resources to make
So
that.
right now, this is the best thing I can make for my health regen. Is that particular potion, which is why I've got it. And I need to build my throne, so I can do that. And then I'll be able to send my minions out to do and gather stuff. Hopefully they can gather things that... Scourge stone. Okay. And like I said, this is the thing that you start running into, is that you just need to make sure that you've got whatever stuff you happen to need, because if you don't have the stuff, then you're not going to be able to make it. It can get really, really frustrating. But that's okay. We deal. The nice thing is that I'll be able to make at least a fair number of these. And the other thing that I can do is I can grind bones to make metaphorical bread. Really? That's all the bones I have? What I have? But this is how we upgrade. Not the most exciting thing, but we do it. Alright. Now that we got some stuff going, let's give the rest of the tour. This is my house. This is where I sleep. I sleep in the big fancy coffin, because I'm cool like that. Over here, we have a currently unused wing, or mostly unused wing. The only part that's used over here is this. This is our prison. Right now, we've only got the one prisoner, because he's the only one that I've captured. And basically with this, the nice thing is, instead of doing a one-off, I grab you and get whatever your stuff is, then instead you can continuously feed off of them, which I must say is extremely helpful. So one thing that I want to try to do is to get really high quality blood folks, so that way I'll be able to get better things. These are my servant coffins for the various folks that I found and converted to my side, I guess. One thing that I need to build is this, the throne, because the throne will allow me to give them commands. And so we can go ahead and do that right now. We'll get reinforced planks, and like I mentioned before, one of the things I try to do is to constantly have stuff like this active, so that way I'll be able to do whatever I need to. And I'll have as many resources as possible. Okay, so let's see here. Maximize resource gathering by assigning your loyal servants. Okay, so I know the Bastion is nasty. Haunted Iron Mine would be nice. Bring back iron. Cotton would be great. I should send him over here. I technically haven't been here yet. The Hallowed Mountain. I think I'm doing this right. Only a 36% chance? That's embarrassing. How do I get a better chance? Like, these dudes are well equipped. Like, see, that makes sense because it's a freaking Bastion. How is a measly little cotton farm freaking... There you go, fish. You can get fish, right? Yeah. Okay, so she can go there. And then... Whetstones. Whetstones would be nice. Grave Jester. The problem is I don't know what happens if your guy fails, and that's what worries me. And see, like, all, so you see how this says it's 500? My characters, you see, I've got, you know, like 171, 388. I'm trying to figure out what is it about them that makes
Recognize my
better.
power.
Clayton, come here. What's your deal, bro? Hey, quit moving. Alright, so, hunt proficiency. How do I improve this though? I've given him good stuff. He's got good gear. See, this is the frustrating part of games like this. Oh, the little management. See, this makes sense because you got kind of garbage stuff. Because I'm stingy. Clayton should be able to do something halfway decent, though. So let's go see what we can. Anyway, we'll send him off to do something, and then we'll go and do something for ourselves. So let's send him dawn break. Good. Fishing lake. Great. For fish. A logging camp. Oh, wood sawdust horse bread. There's just not a lot of stuff I care about. I'm gonna be all up in here, owning everybody. So the problem here is that you see how it says 22 hours, 59 minutes, blah, blah, blah. That is real time. That is not some, like, you know, arbitrary whatever in-game BS. That is, I need to be playing this game for a day for him to come back. And that's one of the biggest and frankly most frustrating differences that I've seen with this game compared to some others that are similar. And I mean the idea is that you have a host server that's running constantly, and because that host server is running constantly, it means that you're able to do that type of stuff. You can run things constantly, and you can have it up and running 24/7. And the point is that depending on how good your castle is, then when you upgrade it and when you make it better and this, that, and the other, it becomes harder for others to attack you and all of that type of thing. In my instance, it really doesn't make a difference because I don't have anything like that to worry about. So, whatever. What else? Gem dust. This regular amethyst and glass. Okay. Remember that, kids. Regular amethyst and glass. Let's see if we can remember this. Also, you walk really slow. Try some fun. I don't know if I can make glass yet. So, you notice how this is locked? That means that there is some creature somewhere that I need to kill in order to unlock that recipe. So let's take a look here. There we go. That's how I make glass, by defeating Grethel the Glass Blower. Because, obviously. Hey, you get a better potion out of it. That's good, too. This is important. Human form. That would be nice to have. But, yeah, like, you see all this different stuff. I don't know what the Altar of Stygian Awakening is. Frost Maw the Mountain Terror. I really need thick leather because that'll let me upgrade a bunch of my stuff, which is frustrating. Like, there's just the gear progression in this game can be frustrating, to say the least. I'm doing my best. I really am. But it is tough. More importantly, I'm doing my best, like with my servants, to try and make sure that I can do and get what I'm able to. You see how all of these require thick leather? I can't make thick leather. I don't. I do not have the materials to make thick leather. I simply don't. Can't do it. Not today. I wish I did, but I don't. Oh, crap. I forgot gem dust. You guys had one job. Make me remember the gem dust. But anyway, this is my castle. And it's pretty cool. So after this, what I'll do is I'm going to run around and I'm going to see if I can try and find some random sort of bad guys to recruit to my cause. Because, you know, why not? What is this? Jeweler's chamber. Of course it needs a jeweler's chamber. There's so many different types of floor in this game, it's driving me up the wall. Metaphorically. Also, you can be very bouche. Or you can be very bougie. And you can, like, put in all sorts of random, weird decorations of different sorts. Like, see, like, I unlocked paintings. I don't know why I have paintings, but I do for some reason. Can put them up on the wall because why not? Make stuff pretty. I would, but you can. Thank you. Okay, so that's what I thought. It replaces the jeweler. And the problem is that now it says I have gear level 52, but that really doesn't mean a lot. Because this is a game of skill. Skill is really freaking hard. Here, Duke, have this ring I made. So that you can maybe be worth something. So what I would like to do is to find some prisoners. Yeah. See if I've got any other here. I need 8 wool thread to make something that I need, but it's 8 obviously, and I have 7. Here, so this is technically the previous gear level that I'm looking at here. This is how you unlock technologies. You can find books that tell you how to do stuff, or you can use just kind of random papers that allow you to find things. But fireplaces. See, yes, because obviously fireplaces are so freaking useful. Thank you, game. Thank you for allowing me to learn how to make a fireplace. The absolute most critical feature of a castle. Alright. Time to go hunting. Put all this stuff away. Quick. Need it. Now what we do need is this new thing that we just got from her. Alchemy. Okay. So what do we need to make this? What do I need to make this thing? Tower Stone. Oh, right, the whetstone. So, what I'm going to be making here are things that allow me to instantly transport people that I hypnotize to my prison cells. And that means what I can do is I can go out and I can actively look for people who have very high quality blood. You know, it sounds gross. That's how it be. That's how we do. Now, let's see if I've got anything good. So this is good. Guido. Wrong button. And like I said, I do my best to keep all of my production facilities running as much as possible, but sometimes you just can't. All right. Let's see. We take thing to the prison cell. What we want. Now I know we're just about out of time, but I do want to show at least a couple more of some of the cool little things that we can do here. So the first thing that we'll do is we will head upstairs. And we will transport ourselves. Actually, do we need to do that? We don't really. We're in a good spot. Dawnbreak Village is a good place, so we'll just go there. Incidentally, Dawnbreak Village has one of the people that we want to suck blood from. And it's funny because it's like Beatrice the Tailor or something like that. And it's just like, it's some poor old woman. It's so sad. But it's just like, no, Beatrice, you're mine now. It's like, damn.
Veins of the mortal realm.
So this
Reveal
mode
yourselves.
allows you to see the quality and type of blood that you're looking at. One of the issues is that with creature blood gets you some good stuff, but you can't imprison things like wolves. It doesn't work. So like you see, that's a 14 and a 6. Not very good. I'll kill him, but I'm not going to do anything. So there's a 45. 45 I'll take. Or I'll try to. This is where the fun starts, is can I get this to the point where I can actually capture the one that I want without killing him and also not dying in the process. So now...
Thoughts are mine to dominate.
Oh! I pressed the wrong button. Son of a piece of nit. Ah! with the rat. God dang it. I hate it when I do that. I was this close. I can still get some good stuff at least, which is nice. I can raid the camp.
In my abyssal sight, every heartbeat echoes.
So I blame Rev for that, naturally. It was all Rev's fault. Incidentally, I would like to try and find something to replace what I currently have as well. If at all possible. See, it's a 42, but it's a creature, so I can't get it. So that mysterious dude that ran away, that is a skeleton in disguise. That guy right there. If you break through the disguise fully, then he'll like reveal himself. Oh, come on, 7, 6, and 20? Y'all are killing me. Ooh, 40, 41. Okay, now let's see if we can press the correct button this time. I have a good feeling about this.
The human mind bends to me. Do not resist. Your
Aha!
mind is mine to control.
We did it!
This cell is just for you.
So 41% is solid.
Secrets
It's not
of
great,
the
obviously. It's
world.
41. You know, I mean bad. There's another 40 here. Let's see if we can do the same. Ah, fire!
The human mind bends to me.
Okay, I guess the answer is no, we can't do it because we failed.
Veins of the mortal realm revealed from my veins.
And so, see, there's the tailor I told you about. Literally just kind of wandering around. I don't understand. She's just like, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Every heartbeat echoes.
Quit ringing the stupid bell. I'm a hunting. So yeah, basically we can collect resources, we go and we build stuff, we build up our new stuff, more efficient, more better stuff. And that's pretty much the size of it. Not really a huge amount to it. One thing I'm curious about is if this person, the tailor, is the only one who has this style where she doesn't fight back. Every other one I've encountered so far attacks you.
I feel stronger.
And yes, they do all blow up like that. Look at all this stuff.
Look out!
4%. You're fine. I'm a pragmatic vampire. I'm gonna take what's worth it.
Blood.
That. Lags played with sound alert, but it doesn't work because somebody doesn't keep track of how the sound stuff works. Oh, feck balls.
Blood reserves run low.
What the actual F? Are these guys being healed? Is that the shtick?
Vampires!
As if so, I can't deal.
Run away!
At least not right now. It looked like they were being healed, right? I'm not crazy.
Leave me alone!
A 44% pig. I do wonder what makes a creature have low quality blood. I mean, is it like purebred versus a mutt or something? I mean, not that I think they would be really specific about it, but I'm just curious. Obviously, we want to try to get this 57. So I'm gonna try it with that, and then, well, as long as I don't die, I'm gonna head out because it is that time. Oh, shoot! Shoot, shoot, shoot! So, if anyone couldn't tell why I was
Human minds
very
being
abrasively and intensely running away there was a very large, very dangerous boss that showed up.
control. Bend to my will. Enjoy your stay. Secrets of the sanguine world, speak to me.
And incidentally, it's one of the things that I like about this game is that the, not all of the major bad guys have a set position that they kind of hang out at. They do respawn. They do. But a lot of them wander. They'll have like a general area where they'll sit and hang out, but they don't have anything specific. Okay, increase. Alright, but that said, I think time for me to Amscray. Ow, 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 ow. Sun is hot. And so essentially what I'll do is during the week, I'll play more of this, mess around a little bit, see what I can do, see what I can find. Because as you can see, it is a lot of grinding, it's a lot of finding stuff, it's a lot of prep work. It's not the most exciting stuff that's going on. And especially now with these hunts, waiting for folks to come back after literally not an in-game day, but a real-time game, or a real-time day, it's pretty redonkulous. And the thing is, I don't want to leave my server here running for, basically 24/7. I would really rather not. I feel like that is a massive waste.
I am awake once more.
Last fun fact of this, for the servants, you have to make your determination. Do you want your servants to be your servants, or do you want them to be prisoners? Because it could go either way. Now you, Warrior 20... Okay, so here. I'm going to kill you. And you too. You were fine while you lasted, but I've got a 57 now. So. The way I see it, I only need one really good quality sample of each type that I can find, and I'll be good to go. Hey, garlic resistance. Nice. I'll take that. Let's see, we can use this. Oh wait, do I already know it? Is that the deal? That's nice when I'm trying to go collect cotton, because that's a thing I have to do now. And maybe next time we'll work on building the 3rd floor. First, do this. I don't believe I need this much regular leather, but I'm going to make it anyway. Bugs. This will increase my it'll increase my health a little bit at least, so that'll be nice. Not enormously helpful, but a little bit. Better than nothing. So, yeah. And yes, it is past call time. I just want to finish making these gloves and putting away the various spoils of war that I've come across. So thank you, Maethwin. I appreciate it. I will be off soon, though. Did I really make 2 things of the gloves? Well, I guess somebody's getting new gloves.
As good as new.
Congratulations to... Who's left? Is it Duke? I don't remember. Hey, Duke! Got a present! I don't believe you've got gloves. Here you go. Have some gloves. Yay! So one of the things that I've taken to doing is instead of breaking down my old equipment for parts, I put it in here to save it for additional servants as they come, which I find to be a little more pragmatic and practical. Because I'm at the point where I have a good idea, at least, of where I can get pretty much anything that I need. I can just go out and find it, or I know of a good quality source for it. So it's like, why bother? Stay here. Am I going to the furnace? One thing I want to be able to do is go shopping. I can't go shopping right now because whenever I enter into the little marketplace thing, everybody runs away. Like, they know I'm a vampire. They're like, "Ah!" And they all just bolt. Really sucks. Just like, what? My money's no good here? Is that what you're trying to say? Huh? Huh? What's wrong with my money? My money pays the same as anyone else. Now I wonder what this Eye of Mortium does. Right, there we go. Everything put away, everything in its place. And we've got 2 cells ready to go. 3 cells ready to go for, well, whatever we can do. 57%. I will say I've seen 200% characters. I saw one that was a rogue and one that was a worker. Sad. But that said, I'm going to go ahead and save and do everything. But, we're going to take a look at Rev's updated scarf here. Oh, dang! That looks great! The color transitions look really good, Rev. That's nice. Now, I don't crochet, so don't listen to me. But I think it looks really, really good. I like it. Are you using wool, or or some blend, or is that acrylic? What kind of yarn is that? That's one thing I absolutely cannot tell, and I don't pretend to be. It still looks awesome, though. Also, good book. Okay, 80% acrylic. That's good. It's one of those things where when you're starting out, use cheap stuff, right? And then later on, upgrade. Get better stuff. Be better. Get cooler things. So, yeah. But that said, that's it for me. Hope that you all enjoyed this little romp into V Rising. I'm for the time being, at least for the foreseeable future, I'll be playing this. And again, I'll be doing the same thing where I'll do something to make progress throughout the week, so that you all don't see at least as much of the really boring stuff. Either that, or just let me know what you want to see, because there's a bunch of different aspects where you've got your base building, you've got the resource collecting, you've got the active tracking of the boss characters and fighting and all that kind of stuff. So just let me know what you all want to see, what you'd like to do for it, and that's what we can go with. But either way, thank you so much for stopping by. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope that things are going well so far and continue to go well, because that would be very nice for all of you. But thanks very much for stopping by either way, and I will see you all next week. And it should be here next week. Don't think I have to. Keep you posted on whether or not I'll be here next week.